For 3 decades, the Void Lords ruled the stars with unmatched cruelty. Their sleek, obsidian warships appeared without warning, devastating colonies, and leaving nothing but ash and silence. 57 species across the Orion Arm learned to fear the distinctive purple glow of void cannons. No diplomacy worked, no defenses lasted, no mercy was shown. Commander Rex of the Galactic Alliance sat motionless before the holographic display, watching another world burn. Planet Lumina, population 30 million, now nothing but cinders. His scaled hands trembled as he closed the feed. "How many this cycle?" asked Admiral Tor, her 4 eyes blinking rapidly in distress. "7 worlds," Rex replied, voice hollow. "The Void Lords are moving faster now. Intel suggests they're building something massive near the Cygnus Rift." The Alliance Council chamber fell silent. Representatives from 20 surviving species exchanged hopeless glances. Their combined fleets had been decimated in the Battle of Antares. Their best technologies were centuries behind the Void Lord's capabilities. "There is one option we haven't considered," said Councillor Dax, breaking the silence. "The humans." Murmurs erupted throughout the chamber. Humans were newcomers to interstellar travel, confined to their small corner of the galaxy by choice. They had joined the Alliance as observers only, offering trade but declining military involvement in the Void War. "They refused our requests for aid 3 times, Rex reminded everyone. "They claim their defenses are needed at home." "But they've never been attacked," Tora noted. "The Void Lords avoid Earth space entirely." "Perhaps they know something we don't," Dax suggested. On Earth, Director Ellis reviewed the latest Alliance transmission. The plea was desperate as expected. The Void Lords had accelerated their campaign of terror, just as predicted. "They've hit the trigger point," she informed the 7 people seated around the obsidian table deep beneath the Rocky Mountains. "The Void Lords have destroyed enough worlds that the Alliance is now officially requesting direct intervention." Admiral West nodded grimly. "Operation Silent Thunder is ready. The fleet has maintained shadow position for 8 months without detection." "And the package?" Ellis asked. "Deployed to all 217 Void Lord command ships," replied Dr. Moore, adjusting his glasses. "They've been carrying our little surprise for nearly 14 months now. The nanites have fully integrated with their systems." Ellis stood, facing the wall screen displaying thousands of blue dots. Human vessels, positioned around red clusters representing Void Lord concentrations. Humanity had never announced its true military capabilities to the Alliance. While appearing to be newcomers with modest technology, Earth had been watching the Void Lords for generations. "The Void Lords bypassed our colonies because they detected our quantum arrays and recognized what they meant," Ellis explained to the Council. "They knew a direct conflict with us would be mutually destructive, so they opted to build their forces by consuming easier targets first." "And we let them," said General Adams, voice heavy with regret. "We needed time," Ellis countered. "Time to deploy our solution without detection. The Alliance species would have panicked if they knew our plan. Their fear would have alerted the Void Lords." The Void Lord Supreme Commander Krell surveyed his victory map with satisfaction. Their conquest proceeded efficiently. The lesser species of the Alliance fell easily, their resources and genetic material harvested to feed the Void Lord's endless hunger. Only the human territories remained untouched, a calculated decision. The strange energy signatures emanating from Earth's space suggested advanced quantum technology comparable to their own. A premature conflict would risk everything. Better to build overwhelming force first. Krell's thoughts were interrupted by an odd flicker in the ship's lights. "Status report," he demanded. "All systems optimal, Commander," his second responded. The flicker came again. Krell felt unease grow within his 3 hearts. "Commence Operation Silent Thunder," Ellis commanded. Admiral West pressed his palm against the scanner. Authentication confirmed. Executing now. Across the galaxy, 200,000 dormant human stealth vessels simultaneously activated. They had been deployed years ago, waiting motionless, the revolutionary engines allowing them to hide in plain sight. But the true weapon was already inside. For over a year, specifically engineered nanites had been secretly transported aboard Void Lord vessels through contaminated raid salvage. These microscopic machines had been steadily replicating, integrating with the Void Lord's neural networks that controlled their ships. Dr. Moore initiated the signal, a simple quantum pulse that activated the nanites. Across Void Lord territory, their fearsome warships suddenly went dark. The purple glow of their cannons faded. Communication networks collapsed. Navigation systems failed. On the Void Lord homeworld, panic spread as their entire fleet became unresponsive within minutes. Without warning, without a single shot fired, the most terrifying armada in the galaxy was rendered helpless. The Alliance received a transmission from Earth. This is Director Ellis of Earth Defense Command. The Void Lord threat has been neutralized. Their weapons are disabled. Their ships are immobilized. We apologize for our delayed response, but our strategy required patience. 6 months later, Commander Rex stood beside Ellis on the observation deck of Earth's orbital headquarters. "You could have stopped them years ago," Rex said, not accusingly but with wonder. "Why, wait?" Ellis watched the reformed Void Lord ships, now stripped of weapons and repurposed as transports, moving between planets. Direct confrontation would have cost billions of lives on both sides, she explained. We needed a solution that disabled rather than destroyed. That required time and subtlety. Rex nodded slowly. The Alliance believed humans were primitive newcomers avoiding conflict out of fear. Ellis smiled slightly. Sometimes appearing weak when you are strong is the wisest strategy. Humanity learned long ago that the most decisive victories are won without firing a shot. As they'd watched the peaceful fleet movements, Rex understood at last why the humans had become the galaxy's most respected species overnight. Not through terror like the Void Lords, but through patience, ingenuity, and the wisdom to strike only once, without warning, and without unnecessary destruction. The galaxy would never again underestimate the quiet species from Earth.